What's up, everyone? This is Travis here, 18 Holes of Misery. We got another course today. We're playing at Mayfield Golf Club in Caledon, Ontario. We're playing with 3 other guys, 4-man scramble, and our goal today was to shoot an even par between the 4 of us. Seems easy. Played better than I thought, but overall, Mayfield Golf Club is a great course for both beginners and advanced players. They do have 27 holes, so it's broken up into 3 different 9-hole courses. There is the blue, the red, and the white, which is what we played. Established in 1978, Mayfield Golf Club is known for its well-maintained greens, heavily tree-lined fairways, and just a slower pace, more laid-back golf club. And I can say the grounds were kept very well. We did play in August, and I had no complaints with the conditions of the golf course. Prices range based on day and time of the year, but they do range anywhere from $32 to $36 for 9 holes or $50 to $58 for 18 holes. Now that does not include the cart. If you do want a cart, it's going to cost anywhere from $12 to $18 depending on how much golf you're playing. But yes, we're going to be doing a 4-man scramble, doing introductions next, but stay tuned and let me know what you think about this golf course. All right, man, we're back here. Who do we got?
That's your boy Mike, all black with the bucket hat.
All black with a bucket hat.
Team uniform.
E-Willie, man.
E-Willie.
That's all I got for you today.
Our new boy,
Rookie Raz.
Rookie Raz. All right, so the first hole, we have a par 5, 459 yards. And if you're going to miss it, it's best to miss to the left because it's pretty open over there. And other than that, it's very straight, nothing crazy around the greens. Pretty straightforward opening hole. Now, my first shot of the day, no warm-up, nothing needed, and we hit an amazing shot. Hug the tree line and get the boys in the fairway for our second shot. Raz is up next. He hits a pop fly, first one of the day, so you know it's decent, it's in play. And then Mike's up. He's been practicing, but it's his first shot, just a warm-up shot, so moving on. Finally, Eli's up, and you already know he swings for the fences and he hits it right into the trees. Fresh off the great drive, I end up chunking my shot and I hit it into the trees. Then Eli gets up there. He gets a nice practice shot, as you know, and then his actual shot isn't the best, but he smokes it right into the trees. 2 down and Raz is up. He's got to get a hold of this one, and he puts us in a great spot for our 3rd shot. And Mike ends up topping it, and you know, we just want to get him on the green so he can show his skills. Now going on to our 3rd shot, you know, we're all trying to hit these low bump and runs so we can have a decent look at our birdie putt. And I think all of us actually do a pretty decent job at doing that. It's still pretty good though. Now, we have a solid look at our birdie putt. Eli gives us a good idea of the line, but he just leaves it a couple feet short. My putt is fine, but I do miss about a foot to the left. Michael, obviously, he's still warming up. He ends up leaving it massively short. And Raz has perfect speed, but his line is just a tad off, and we end up settling for an opening hole par.
All right, par to start. Par to start. That's our goal, man. We're on.
Now, the second hole is a short 102-yard par 3. It's heavily treed on the right, and there is a bunker on the left side. So for my first shot, I pull out the 52 degree, and I don't catch it the best, but it's a decent shot, and we end up finding the dance floor. Eli had been hitting all his shots to the right, so we adjusted his lineup, and of course this time he hit it straight as an arrow. He misses to the left. Michael gets his driver out, and he hits a low stinger, but it's just a little short of the green. And finally, Raz hits another good shot. It just misses the green to the left. Now for our birdie putt, it's pretty straightforward, 12-footer. Mike has great speed, but he just misses to the left a bit. I went more aggressive, and I just missed to the left as well, but I roll past. Raz steps up, and he doesn't give it enough juice, so he leaves it short. And Eli pretty much hits the same shot as Mike. And unfortunately, you have to see 3 guys hit their shot to save par. still even for the day. Now the third hole is a 386-yard par 4. They do have it as an option play, so you could be a par 4 or a par 5, but you already know we had to make it more difficult on ourselves and play it as a par 4. The green has 3 bunkers surrounding it, and other than that, it's pretty straightforward. So our first shot, Raz steps up. He hits an absolute bomb down the middle of the fairway, which is the one that we end up using. Now my shot is also great, but again, Raz's shot was just perfect, so we just used that one. Eli got a hold of his as well, but went over to the other hole. Yeah, he almost caught a body on this one. And Mike's still figuring things out. You know, it's frustrating, but it is what it is. So far, second, Raz gets the honor for his awesome tee shot. He rolls one, but almost gets us onto the green.
But
I step up. I hit a low bump and run. It doesn't go as far as I want it to go, but it does end up putting us in putting distance. Eli ends up shaking his attempt, and Mike follows suit and just tops it. Now we're on the green. We got about 20-foot birdie putt. I leave mine short, but it's a safe par putt, so these guys can really go at it. Raz lines up, but he misjudges the slope and leaves it pretty short. And Mike steps up. 20 foot is in his range, and yeah, you already know.
That's what I do. You know what I do. You know what I do. That's what I do.
I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't freaking get it, bro.
Yo, he's nasty.
Yo,
He's nasty.
like that is deep, bro.
Yo.
That is deep. Yo, Grant, what do you gotta say, bro?
I'm in the paint. You know where I belong, bro.
That's what
It's my
it is.
place.
Holy
Where I belong, bro.
This-
I call this home.
1 under, bro. 1 under. Holy.
Next up, we have a par 4 hard dog leg right, and it's playing around 329 yards. This hole is pretty wide open, and you have a tiny bunker in the front right. So for our first shot, Eli, myself, and Mike, we all hit trash shots, and we need Raz to step up so we can continue our momentum. And he did just that. He sent one far down there, and he does miss the fairway to the right, but it gave us a clear look at the green. Raz's second shot was good as well. Was just a little short, but still left us in a good spot.
Oh, good on
That's
there.
good, though. That's good.
I went for the bump and run, but the grass was just a little too thick, and we end up not getting it.
Rough is long. Yeah.
And Eli and Mike both shanked theirs in separate directions, but who cares? We're putting for birdie. For our third shot, we have another 20-foot putt attempt for birdie. Raz steps up. He leaves his just short, but it's a solid putt. My attempt was great, and I did think it was going to drop, but it just misses to the left. Mike was similar to Raz, and he ends up leaving it just a little bit short. And Eli gets up there, but he leaves it short as well, but his is uphill, so it seems like the easiest par putt, and we end up moving on, still -1 for the day.
Well done.
Hole number 5 is a long par 3. It's very straight, but again, a long par 3. Bunkers are on the left and on the right, and we gotta muster up some strength for this one. For our first shot, long par 3s, they just get in my head, and I end up chunking the shit out of this one. Eli steps up, he hits a low stinger, but it's a great shot, and puts us in a good spot for our second. Raz gets up there, good contact, but ends up missing to the right. And Mike sounds like he hit a good shot, but I just didn't see where it went or where it ended up.
Yeah, 110 to 150 is usually like the typical.
So Eli gets to use his shot. Second shot for him, he hits a bump and run. It ends up in a good spot for a par putt. I tried to do the same thing, and it's decent as well, but I think Eli is in a better spot here. Raz steps up, he hits a great shot, and you know, we have some solid options to choose from. And finally, Mike hits a great shot as well. 4 great chips, and we're putting for par. And now we have about a 6 or 7 footer for par, and it isn't an easy attempt. Raz hits his strong and misses to the right. My attempt didn't curve at all, and we ended up missing to the left. Michael hits his right at the hole and ends up turning in the last second. And Eli has a chance to save par for us, but ends up crushing it, and we end up settling for a bogey, so we're back at even.
Shit,
Nice. Alright, bogey, man. What's bogey?
Number 6 is a hard dog leg right, playing about 301 yards, and your initial shot is over water. Then you have OB to the left and right of your approach shot. Eli steps up, he smacks it right into the trees, like doesn't even get over the water. Mike sees that water, and honestly, it was just in his head. Once he saw the valley, he just loses his ball. Raz catches his perfect, but I think he put too much club, and he ends up hitting it too far into the thick stuff. So last shot, I have to put mine in play, and luckily we're able to do that. So for our second shot, my attempt is pretty decent. It's on line, but it's a little short, and we just missed the green. Eli catches his shot perfectly. Great contact, but he's leaving his club face a little too open, and he ends up missing to the right. Raz hits his perfect as well, but the line's just off, and he misses to the right as well. And Mike ends up chunking his, and he skips it up about 40 yards. So we have a massive putt to go, or chip, about 40 feet away. Mike doesn't get close, but it's a good read for us, so Raz ends up using his wedge, and he hits a great shot. Leaves it about 5 feet for our par putt. And my putt isn't even close, like at all. We missed so far wide left. And Eli hits his too hard as well, and it skates well past the hole. So now we're putting for par. We got about 5 feet to go, and I don't have much to say, but long story short, we're +1 heading into the 7th hole. We got some work to do.
Eli, brother. Oh, even just like that.
Nah, this is Mike's par, no?
Now the 7th hole, beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. You're hitting downhill about 188 yards, but since you are elevated, it isn't playing as far. I think you can play this as a par 4 as well, but I don't know why you would do that. This is definitely a par 3 in my opinion. Eli's up first. He hits an awesome shot. I mean, if Raz doesn't hit his as great as he did, we would definitely be using his. And as you can see, Raz hits a great shot, and it just ends up short to the left, just outside the green. My shot is terrible, and I mean, so was Mike's, but we already are in play, so again, those long par 3s, they just get in my head.
Yeah, how are you going to do that? Why are you going to do that when he's lying?
Now we're heading into our second shot.
So
We need to get it close to have an opportunity for our par putt, and as you can see, like, we get it there, but it's just still leaving us kind of far.
Ooh, damn, Nelson. Too much, though. You teeing off? Yeah. There you go.
And our third shot, very tough. It's a very tough par putt. We had about 10 feet to go. Raz hits his great, but just isn't enough strength. Mike has a solid attempt, rolls it great, but just leaves it short. And similar to mine, I roll it decent, but just end up leaving it short.
You guys finish this up when you set up the...
Yeah.
And we need Eli here to save par, but he also leaves it short, and we have to write down a 4. But first, let's watch Eli and Mike try to make these taps. Had to even use their putter because I forgot mine.
Bogey again, though.
Hole number 8, par 4, 384 yards, and I mean, you have to hit it over a large pond. The hole is a hard dogleg right, so just get it over there and then think about your approach after. There is one bunker in the front left. I missed my shot because there was people behind us and I was rushing. Ross steps up next, and he gets the ball in the fairway, which allows us to swing for the fences. Eli goes next. He just leaves the face open. He slices to the right.
Wouldn't that be where to hold it?
Yeah, but I don't think it carries.
And the water was just in Michael's head. It was in my head as well, and he ends up topping it into the drink. For our second shot, Eli jumps up. His second shot, he catches it again. It's safe, but I think we can do better. My second shot is solid. I landed on the front of the green, but again, we could still do better. Mike then steps up. He chunks it.
Nice, bro. That's better contact.
And Raz gets decent contact, but his line is off, and he ends up hitting it right of the fairway. Now we got a 20-footer to go for birdie. My putt is great. It's just a tad short.
I give you that.
Raz then steps up, he goes for it, and the speed is good. It's just off a bit on the line. This is in Mike's range, but I don't know. He wasn't looking at our putt. He misses super wide left, and Eli steps up for the moment, and he ends up leaving it short. So we have to settle for par. +2 heading into the final hole. And the final hole, we have a par 5 to finish off the 9 holes, playing at 464 yards. Both sides are heavily treed, and there are no traps around the green, so we could possibly get an eagle here to get us back to even. Now, I'm trying to set us up. I smack mine as hard as I can, which isn't great, and I end up driving it into the trees. Eli slams his, but the line is off. He ends up missing as well, off to the left. Mike gives it a solid try, but I mean, that's all it was. It ended up in the trees as well, and we needed Raz to jump up, put the team on his back, and he hits a clutch bomb, but misses the fairway by a couple feet. But we have one in play. For the second shot, it's a tough one. I mean, we can't see the green. We just have to try to get it up there. Raz chunks his into the fairway, so we have to get some clutch going here. Mike lays up. He puts it in the fairway. So after that, if that's what we got to use, we can at least go for the green. My shot seemed great, but I guess it just clipped too many trees, and we just ended up not being able to find it. And Eli chunks his shot into the trees, so we got a hole out here for eagle. So we end up using Mike's shot. He ends up chunking his. He rolls it up the fairway. My shot is next. It's solid, but it just ends up missing to the green. But it just ends up missing the green to the right. And Eli steps up to make a name for himself, but, you know, leaving it too wide open, he smacks it into the trees. Now we're chipping here for birdie. Raz catches it perfect and leaves us with a solid par putt attempt. My attempt was decent as well, but just kind of rolled it a little too far, so Raz still got the best one. Mike pretty much putts his, and it isn't what he wanted, but it wasn't bad as well. But we're still using Raz's at this point. And Eli also got a great chip. We're all using the wedges decently today, but again, we're using Raz's to save par.
It slows down. Damn, bro.
And of course, we got a short par putt. Raz steps up for the finish, but he's off to the left. I was next. I ended up missing to the right. Now the pressure starts building, and Mike steps up. He barely hits it, so it all comes down to Eli. And he ends up missing too, so we have to settle for a final hole bogey. Eli even tried to do the walk-off. Started out really good in my opinion, and we just fell off at the end. 3 holes worth of bad bogeys, and we ended up 3 over for the day, which is not bad, but it's just, you know, we were actually in line to hit that goal of even for the day, and we just couldn't get it done. Overall though, Mayfield Golf Club, pleasantly surprised, much better than the closer course. I don't even want to say its name, Banty Roost. It's just terrible. Mayfield was good. I would definitely see myself going back there, and I enjoyed it a lot. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoy videos like this, hit the subscribe button. Much more golf courses coming, and since winter is right around the corner, comment below some indoor golf simulators that are a great vibe, and I'll be sure to hit those up so that you can continue golfing throughout the winter. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video.